What are your thoughts on the term Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter. I would say Black Lives do matter if that's the correct answer to that. And I say it's getting glazed over is because the black community is kind of a minority almost around the United States, and they were usually pegged for like smaller crimes, and they emphasize a lot. So now that it's a crime on black people that's not our fault, they're trying to like wave it away, where they seem like, oh, they did something wrong. They obviously did something wrong, but when in retrospect, we might have not done anything wrong at all.
How would you say your race or ethnicity impacts your life?
I say it really impacts your life, especially like as far as society is concerned, because we were built like kind of like on a Caucasian white people society where black people had no say in anything, and unfortunately that carry over into the future, where when black males or females are trying to find jobs, they usually get shut down because of them being African American males and how the media depicts blacks in general. When the information they show on media is always true. There are a lot of actual smart, educated, well-mannered blacks out there that just can't be seen for that, just for the sheer fact of the history of, the current history of is really a modern thing of all the crimes that African Americans commit, and when in retrospect they're smaller, like kind of petty crimes, but emphasized to look like they're something larger than what they really are.
Okay. Do you believe that you specifically, have you ever experienced any advantages or disadvantages based on your race?
Personally, not that I know of being African American or being discriminated as being African American, as far as I'm concerned at the current time.
And what do you think about the term white privilege?
White privilege?
Right.
That's an interesting one. Can't really put like something like white privilege into words personally, because like I wouldn't even really know what it'd be like to have white privilege because I'm a black male. So I can't really say anything on white privilege. My apologies for that, but I don't.
That's reasonable. What are your thoughts on the term Black Lives Matter?
Well, to be completely honest, I find the term to be rather truthful. There have been a lot of police killings of innocent black people, and a lot of this stuff ends up on the internet. It has a lot of truth behind it, and I believe that the term Black Lives Matter and the movement that is behind the term have some very important points to make, and that our country still, even 50, almost 60 years after the civil rights movement, still has a lot of work that needs to be done for the civil rights of blacks and other minorities.
Do you believe that you experience any advantages or disadvantages based on your race?
Well, I haven't been harassed by the police yet, so honestly, I guess I'm not really sure, because I've only been on my level of, I guess, privilege. While I've seen what happens to others, I haven't really experienced it myself, so.
So then, what are your thoughts on the term white privilege?
I believe it can exist in some places, maybe even here, and I just don't notice. But I believe it is entirely possible and may very well be true.
And what are your thoughts on the term white privilege?
I do think it definitely exists. Well, I mean, I do feel like I have some kind of privilege because I'm white, so it's like I never have to worry about like walking alone late at night, or like a bunch of police officers seeing me alone and thinking I'm doing something suspicious. So I do think that I do benefit some way because of it. I never have to deal with other minor things like, people dressing as like some kind of stereotype for Halloween, stuff like that.
Okay.